Good evening. A ballooning company offering flights to help celebrate special occasions has gone bust, leaving 18,000 people both disappointed and out of pocket. They'd paid about £100 per person up front and stand little chance of getting their money back.
The company, called Cameron Flights Southern Limited in Wiltshire, sold the luxury experiences in advance through their website Go Ballooning. Many people booked them for birthday and anniversary treats, and between them have lost up to £1 million. Scott Ellis reports.
Cameron Flights Southern Limited, trading as Go Ballooning, are gone. The company, incidentally, is not linked in any way to Cameron Balloons in Bristol. Rachel Ellie is among 18,000 fully paid up passengers who are going nowhere. She spent a small fortune on a family flight for her father's 60th. He's now 62 and still no flight.
I'm pretty gutted, really, because it was £960 that we'd all put together to get him a special 60th birthday, and as it stands today, he hasn't had a 60th birthday present from his closest relations.
Glenys Timms in Swindon booked with Go Ballooning in September 2011. Her flight was cancelled 6 times.
There always seemed to be a very good excuse to not go up, but it got too often.
Did you get suspicious?
I was getting suspicious. Yes, I was.
This is the headquarters of Go Ballooning in Pewsey. It's all locked up, as you can see. The managing director, Phil Hossack, has said in a statement that years of bad weather and that tragic ballooning accident in Egypt has meant that trading conditions became so bad the company has effectively gone bust. But others in the industry tell a different story, that this once small family-run business grew too quickly and simply couldn't fly all of its customers. Pilot Mike Barnes is among 30 staff to lose their jobs. He's worked for Go Ballooning for 12 years.
One could, argue till the cows come home, but since it's gone big that the problem's happened. It's just the big shock for all of the staff. There was no inkling whatsoever, and people are just high and dry with no wages.
In the UK, passenger flying is overseen by the British Association of Balloon Operators. It says Go Ballooning wasn't a member, and in a statement said the company's business model was seriously flawed, and they warned company directors in 2010 of the unacceptably high number of passenger complaints Babo was receiving with regard to their operation. It's thought up to £1 million has been paid by passengers to Go Ballooning. Many will want to know now where the money has gone. It will be down to liquidators to investigate. Scott Ellis, BBC Points West.
Well, just to make it absolutely clear, this company has nothing to do with Cameron Balloons, the famous ballooning company in Bristol. It's a different outfit. Now, lots of you who had bought vouchers from Go Ballooning have been in touch with us. So we're joined now by the presenter of Radio 4's Money Box programme. That's Paul Lewis. Paul, thanks very much indeed for helping us out here. Any advice for people who have paid up front for these flights that they're now not going to get?
Yes, well, of course, we can't easily get them a flight, but I have to say in most cases they should be able to get their money back. If they paid more than £100 by credit card, then they can go to their credit card provider and claim the money back from them. They are jointly liable with this balloon company and they must refund the money. If it was less than £100 or any amount they paid by debit card, then they will have to again go to the card provider or their bank if it was the debit card and use a system called chargeback. Now, chargeback isn't quite so clear as getting your money back from a credit card provider, but you can do it. And I know already some of the banks are saying, well, they've got a claim within 120 days and, they booked a year ago. But in fact, my view and the view of most commentators on the law is that it's 120 days from when the flight should have taken off. So they should still be able to claim now and right up to the 120th day after the flight. But I would claim right away because now is when they know there's a problem.
You see, Paul, we've heard from people who've bought family event tickets, lost up to £1,000, but you're saying that the comeback is probably going to be via the banks and the credit card companies rather than the ballooning company.
Yes, because when a company goes goes out of business like this, and you know, you've used the word bust, and I think that's probably about right. It's certainly insolvent according to the administrators. Then they've really got nothing. I mean, they might have a few bits of equipment, they might have some things to sell, but a lot of that will be taken either by their banks themselves, who they owe money to, or by Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, and the amount left for ordinary creditors is going to be very small. So I think you should go straight back to your card provider and ask the card provider to produce the money, either as a credit card, or if it's less than £100, or on a debit card up to any amount. You mentioned nearly £1,000 with one viewer there. Then they should provide it under chargeback. And if the bank is difficult, if they say, oh no, it doesn't apply to this, or you should have applied earlier, just ignore them, put in a formal complaint, and if that gets you nowhere, go to the Financial Ombudsman Service. That's what it's there for. OK, Paul, a lot of viewers will be listening to your every word. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Police investigate